And welcome to the Northfield High School commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2015. I am Joel Lear, principal of Northfield High School. I would like to extend a special welcome to the parents and guardians, families and friends of all seniors who are gathered here for this important occasion. A special welcome to our school board members, Superintendent Dr. Chris Richardson, Carl Tice, who was chosen by the class of 2015 to deliver the commencement address, fellow administrators, faculty, and staff. And finally, I would like to welcome all the KYMN radio listeners joining us this afternoon. Even though this ceremony focuses on these graduates, I also want to recognize and honor each parent, teacher, educational assistant, and school staff member who has helped and assisted these graduates during their entire educational journey. And additional thanks to the district custodial team for their hard work in setting up for this ceremony. And to that end, there is a very special moment when the chairs are being set out for you seniors, when the custodial team from across the district, your elementaries, your middle school, and your high school, who are here to assist so that the ceremony is ready for when you march out. For their hard work, seniors, perhaps you will see fit to join me in a round of applause for all of these people who have made not only this day possible, but every day since the first day you entered that kindergarten classroom 13 years ago. Also, a special thank you to Senior Class Advisor, Ms. Jill Cole, whose organizational skills, dedication, and hard work helped bring together a successful senior lock-in this past Thursday night. Clearly, you seniors have a genetic predisposition to quicker recovery than I do, as I still find myself suffering from sleep deprivation 3 days later. Class of 2015. Today is a special celebration and recognition of your accomplishments. You entered Northfield High School 4 years ago as wide-eyed kids, wondering what was around the next corner, hoping it was your next class and not an unfamiliar part of the maze that is your high school. And you leave as adults, ready to make your mark on the world, and in some cases, ready to continue making a mark you've already begun to make. Whether it was said out loud or silently implied, there was a challenge issued to you that fall 4 years ago to see if you could add even more clout to the outstanding legacy of Northfield High School. Your school, after all, had a pretty impressive reputation before you set foot in the door. It could have done without you. Nevertheless, 4 years later, it's clear that you were not only up to the challenge, but you were more than ready to place your own indelible mark on your school. In our first year returning to the Big Nine Conference after decades in Minnesota, you gamely established a high bar on standardized and nationally normed assessments that forces the other schools in our new conference to take notice. Not to mention countless schools across the state and country, including those seen as the best institutions in Minnesota. And one need only look at the procession of commended students and academic letter winners at our spring recognition program last month to know that the class of 2015 has staked a significant claim to its share of the historical academic reputation Northfield High School holds. But beyond all things quantified, scored, or graded, your participation in the athletic program has obviously taught you that hard work pays off, teamwork leads to success, and sportsmanship will take you far in a competitive world. You immediately made an impact in the conference with a Big Nine football title, and then followed that up with a baseball conference championship this spring, the momentum of which helped push them through to the section title game scheduled for this coming Tuesday. You continued to stake a claim to the title of elite in gymnastics, including a group of you seniors who have collected 2 state titles, 2 state runners-up, and numerous individual honors, not the least of which is a young woman who leaves NHS with 18 state titles to her name. You forged new paths in competitions like clay target shooting, including a young man who was qualified for the state championship in that event in Northfield High School's first season. You continued to develop as lacrosse players and moved your game not only to the Big Nine Conference, but also to the hallowed turf of Memorial Field. Among you are multiple athletes who leave for college with an athletic scholarship in your back pocket, including a young woman who vaulted over a bar at a higher height than any Northfield female athlete ever has, and was runner-up in that event in the National Junior Olympics. Most importantly, you have along the way demonstrated time and again that the life of an athlete, at least one at Northfield High School, is about more than just wins, losses, shooting percentage, and fast times. But it hasn't stopped there. You have demonstrated excellence in other domains like music, drama, speech, the visual arts, and music listening. In the case of music listening, I should actually list them 3 times. 1 time for each of the state titles that 3 of you seniors have won the last 3 years. You emerged from yet another rock and roll revival, adding further legendary status to that production. Will you ever forget that rendition of Midnight Train to Georgia? Not to mention the guys in the tuxes who redefined what it means to be a pip. Or how about the trembling rafters of Skinner Chapel during the December concert choir's Oba Se Che? Please make no mistake about it. Your participation in these endeavors adds to the soul of the school and replenishes and refocuses the human spirit toward making the world a better place for everyone. It's important to note, however, that not everything you have worked through has brought joy and satisfaction. Many of you have dealt with and continue to deal with tremendous obstacles in getting to this day. As a class, you mourned the tragic loss of one of your own, fellow senior Alex Larson, who passed away in